Hello everybody, welcome to ExcelWorks and I'm Rajan Pradeep. Today we try and look at 4 simple functions in Microsoft Excel. We'll be looking at the max function, max for maximum, min function for minimum, large function, as well as the small functions in Excel. In our normal English language, probably large or the largest and the maximum means the same probably. But Excel tries to give us these functions so that the functionality of Excel is enlarged. We'll dive right into our worksheet here and see how. On this column B here, we have some marks attained by some students in an exam. The maximum marks could be in 120, 120 could be the maximum. Similarly, there is another set of marks gained by some students in this column also, in column number D. So we will use all these 4 functions and we'll try and understand how they work. Now I have, for convenience sake, mentioned how they work here. I will talk about it now and then I will explain it by demonstration further down. The maximum function is supposed to return the maximum value in an array. An array could be a range of cells, but we have 2 ranges here. So maximum can look up into both these columns and return the maximum value, the biggest value from these 2. Similarly for minimum also, minimum can look up into these 2 columns or any number of columns. If you have more data in different columns, any number of columns, and return the minimum value from all those columns. Whereas large, if you use the large function, large can only look up at 1 column or 1 row if there are numbers in a row and return the largest value, but with a small twist here. Large can return the largest value or the second largest value or the third largest value or any number of largest value. I think it's up to 56th value in a list of numbers it can return, and similarly for the small function also. So let's dive in right into writing the large and the small and minimum and the maximum functions. So we start with the maximum function. We go in here where you want the result. So we start with an equal sign. Equal sign is a short way of understanding that we are going to use a formula in Excel. So we write equals and then write max. Now you see here, this is called the formula bar. It is denoted by this FX icon. So all formulas that you write anywhere in Excel, if you go to those particular cells, will be displayed here. So here's where we start writing the formulas from. Max, and always we start with an open bracket, open parentheses. So here Excel tries to help us here with it's basically nudging us where to go next. Now this is one way to use, and this we can use if we are quite sure about what we are doing, if we have plenty of experience in what we're doing. Otherwise, easier way would be to click this FX button here and it will open a dialog box for you. That is a dialog box it is going to open for you. So here it is recognized that you're trying to work with the maximum function. It is appearing here, and then it is taking us straight to the first box where you specify the numbers. Now what numbers are you looking at for Excel to give you the maximum? We come here, while the cursor is there, we highlight this, and Excel picks up the first array from where it wants, where rather you want it to find out the maximum for you. Let us start by clicking it here so that Excel gives you the maximum from this particular column, that's column B. Click it and what happens? Excel has written 115. 115 is the maximum value in that particular column. Now, I did mention that it can handle more than one array. So let's go back there. We have just now mentioned the first column, that's column B. We can come down here, and then here we can mention column D, where the next set of marks are there. So once we mention the second column as well, and it can handle many number of columns, 2, you come to 3 and you mention another one, 4 is automatically opening up for you. So in this case, we have 2 columns of data. We want to find out the maximum number from among both these columns. So we have mentioned it here under number 1 and number 2, and we just hit enter or OK, and then we can see now the maximum was not 115 as we earlier saw from column number B. It is actually 120 from column number D. So Excel handles the function with input from 2 columns or more. That is what maximum does for you. Similarly, minimum also will pick up minimum from the columns that you mentioned from different arrays, rather one array or different arrays. So let's go ahead and write min equals min, open brackets, and then go straight to the function argument box, which is going to help us. Number 1 would be the first array, which is this, and go to number 2 array and select it and hit enter. It will give you 21, which is the minimum from both columns, which is this here. If I did not pick the first column, probably the number is going to change. Definitely the number is going to change, and we'll see it here. We take out the first array from there and then click enter and see that. No, sorry, there's a mistake because of this comma is not gone from there. There you go. 52 was the minimum from this particular column D, and so you understand that the maximum and minimum functions can handle one array or more than one array. That is what they do. Very simple and very useful to find out the highest figures, the lowest figures, and so on. Now, large, as I mentioned, large comes with a small twist. You can handle only one array, but you can specify the place, the nth place that you want the number to be picked from. So here we come, and then again go to equals large, open brackets, and then use the function argument box which Excel is giving to help us. So it's going straight to cursor straight in the box called array. Our array is this. It can handle only one array. Large and small can handle only one array. So it doesn't give you the permission to pick up any other columns. So all the numbers will have to be stacked in one single column for both these functions, large and small, to work. So you've mentioned your input array here, and what position do you want? You can start with 1. 1 will give you the highest or the largest number from that particular array. We click 1 and see what happens here. It is returning 115, which is the highest number here, there, right? If we had clicked, say for example, we did not want the highest number, the largest number, we wanted the second largest number, in which case we come here, make this 2, and it immediately returns the second largest number, which is 109. You see that? 115 was the largest number, second largest number is 109, and it is being displayed here because we picked the second largest number here. Small also works in a similar manner. Small will pick the smallest number from the array, or we can mention what has to be that nth number that you need Excel to pick for you. So click that. I've already made a mistake here. Equals small function argument, which is your array. You want it this time here. We want to pick the smallest from there and say pick me the third smallest. Third smallest, hit OK, and it comes as 76. You can see 76 is the third smallest. The smallest was probably 52 and another 55. So the third smallest was 76. Let us check it out again by changing this to 2. It should be 55. Yeah, it's 55. And the smallest, which is number 1, which is 1 here, should be 52. There, it's 52. So that is 4 functions for you today: the maximum function, the minimum function, the large function, and the small function. They might sound the same, but Excel tries to expand its functionality by giving 4 functions which can handle plenty more than what we can think of if you're talking about normal English. So thank you once again for watching this. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button down here, as well as the bell icon, so that you receive notification as and when I post new videos. Thank you and have a nice day.